Delegations from across the world are in Washington this week for the Commerce Department's Select USA Investment Summit. This highlights direct foreign investment into the United States. Ireland is leading the largest delegation. Over 50 Irish companies across 9 different sectors heading to the summit, celebrating the Emerald Isle's deep ties to the U.S. and ongoing investments in America. Ireland, currently the 5th largest source of foreign direct investment in this country, $390 billion. Irish companies employing over 200,000 people across the country. I want to bring in Enterprise Ireland CEO Jenny Melia. Jenny, thank you for being with us and talk to us about the fact that there is so much more interest in investing in the United States. Did this turn of events and this turn of attitude towards investing in the U.S. come because of the tariff threats and the tariffs that were put on by President Trump, or is this something that's been in the works for a while?
Morning, Cheryl. Great to be with you this morning. This is something that is happening for many years between Ireland and the US. We have a very strong and long-established two-way relationship across our business community, a very strong, what I call transatlantic innovation corridor with talent moving between the US and Irish companies. And on St. Patrick's Day this year, we announced a further $6 billion investment by Irish companies in the US. When Irish companies come to the US, they come here for the long term. They create quality jobs in local communities, and this is something that Howard Lutnick called out yesterday morning in his address, the importance of companies moving quickly and creating strong communities where people have the option to work local and live local. And that very much mirrors how our Irish companies also work in Ireland. We have a big interest in increasing quality jobs in rural locations in the US. Kerry Group, for example, are just getting ready to open a new facility in Pennsylvania. One of our Irish construction companies, CRH, now employs more than 50,000 people across the US. Irish companies are interested in the US because of the growth opportunity they see, the market opportunity, the capital that's available. We had some really interesting conversations with a number of state economic development agencies yesterday at Select USA about how we can do more to develop talent around our Irish companies that are moving to the US because they are increasing employment so quickly. We are looking at, for example, talent accelerator models and upskilling and reskilling of people. So we are very optimistic for the growth opportunity. We have almost 1,000 companies from Ireland doing business in the US at the moment, Irish-owned companies, and almost 3/4 of those companies have now established a presence on the ground. In fact, the top 10 Irish employers now employ more than 125,000 people here.
You also established the New York landing pad, and this is to accelerate the next generation. Talk to me about those businesses. And that's in the New York story, but you mentioned several states. I mean, this is a national footprint that you're looking to make with Irish businesses.
Absolutely. So I met an engineering company this week who came to Select USA last year, and in the intervening 12 months, they have built a new manufacturing facility in Ohio. For example, I was in Texas in April with Irish companies who were visiting both Austin and Houston to agree which location best suited the starting point for their American headquarters for their energy solutions companies. So the landing pads that we are launching in New York, they will basically provide a physical and a business development space for a number of our tech companies, our scaling tech companies. And what we are planning to do is to accelerate what can be an 18-month journey into a new market and bring that back to a matter of weeks by making sure we have the best of business expertise, scaling expertise, opportunities and introduction to investors around these companies.
And there's a long history between Ireland and the United States, in particular, of all the Irish settlers that came here at the turn of the century more than 100 years ago, and that they have become part of the fabric of the United States. And many of us are descendants of those migrants to the United States. I do want to ask you about the Irish economy really quick, because recent data is showing that Ireland's GDP shrunk by 2% in the first quarter. And that's an annual decline of 6% year over year. So what's going on with the Irish economy? And is that one of the reasons that we're seeing Irish companies looking to do business in the United States?
So the Irish economy, we are a country of just over 5 million people, Cheryl. So in terms of our companies scaling and growing their businesses, companies have to be export focused from the get-go, from their very inception. And like I say, the American market has always been and continues to be a source of a great growth opportunity for our companies, particularly our digital and our fintech companies. The Irish economy is in a very strong position in terms of, European economies. We are 2.8 million people in full-time employment, and we are continuing to create jobs on the ground at home, continuing to invest in research and innovation. We have a strong focus on the competitiveness agenda. We think this is very important in the current environment when we look at the cost of doing business, and we are focused on working with our companies to improve their productivity, their efficiencies, their profitabilities, because that in turn then will make their US customers more competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. Jenny Melia, it's a fascinating story. I know that the Commerce Secretary played a key role at that event yesterday. Jenny, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.